We interrupt regular programming with breaking news of a major international crisis. Reports are now coming in from across the globe confirming a sudden and unprecedented escalation in the conflict between China and Taiwan. Just minutes ago, Chinese forces launched what officials are describing as a full-scale invasion of Taiwan. Details remain limited at this hour. Multiple sources indicate that internet and communications infrastructure across the island have been severely disrupted, cutting off real-time information from the ground and leaving the world with only fragmented reports. As this situation rapidly unfolds, the international community is on edge, awaiting a response from the United States and its allies. Analysts warn that this move represents a dramatic shift in global stability, with geopolitical tensions now at levels not seen in decades. At the White House, emergency meetings are underway as senior officials and military leaders assess the situation and weigh possible responses. The decisions made in the coming hours could shape the course of international relations for years to come. With a growing information blackout and few confirmed details, the world is watching closely, waiting for clarity and for Washington's next move.
中国から日本国内の米軍基地や施設を狙った複数のミサイルが飛来していることが確認された。これらのミサイルは国家安全保障に対する直接の脅威です。建物または地下施設に避難してください。窓やドアから離れてください。緊急キットと重要な書類を準備してください。
In the aftermath of confirmed attacks on Japan, the United States and Japan have formally invoked their mutual defense treaty, a move that has triggered a rapid and dangerous escalation. Just moments ago, US officials confirmed that the president has authorized a decisive counterstrike against Chinese military assets. This marks a critical turning point. Diplomatic channels between China and Western nations have effectively collapsed, with sources describing all high-level dialogue as suspended. What remains is uncertainty and the growing risk of a broader conflict. Military activity is accelerating across the Asia-Pacific. US and allied forces are mobilizing toward the region, and the Pentagon has confirmed that the national defense posture has been raised to DEFCON 2. Across the globe, leaders are issuing urgent calls for restraint, warning that miscalculation in the coming hours could have catastrophic consequences. From Europe to Southeast Asia, governments are urging calm, even as preparations for the worst continue. At the United Nations, emergency sessions are now underway. Diplomats are racing to establish a framework that could slow this descent toward open conflict.
Widespread outages are being reported across several major social media platforms. Users of Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook report being unable to access their accounts, upload content, or refresh feeds. The disruptions appear to have begun earlier today, with reports now coming in from across the country and abroad. At this hour, the cause of the outages remains unconfirmed. Officials say it is still unclear whether the disruptions are the result of a coordinated cyber attack or internal technical failures within the platforms themselves. Cybersecurity experts and multiple government agencies are actively investigating the situation, working to determine the source of the problem and assess whether it poses any broader risks to digital infrastructure.
This message is being transmitted at the request of the U.S. government. At approximately 4:10 p.m. Eastern Time today, a significant cyber threat has emerged within the United States. Multiple distributed denial of service (DDoS) attacks have disrupted key social media platforms, rendering them inaccessible nationwide. This coordinated attack has also impacted critical infrastructure, increasing the risk of potential ransomware attacks. Major social media platforms, including Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and WhatsApp, are currently offline due to ongoing DDoS attacks. This disruption affects both website and mobile application access. This has raised concerns regarding the safety of critical infrastructure systems. There is an elevated risk of ransomware attacks targeting sectors such as energy infrastructure, financial systems, transportation, and healthcare. It is recommended that your devices have up-to-date antivirus and security software to safeguard against potential threats. Rely on trusted news sources and government updates for accurate information regarding the situation. Plan for potential disruptions in communication and online services. Have alternative means of communication ready. We are actively working to mitigate this cyber threat, but its nature and scope require continued vigilance. Please remain vigilant and stay tuned for further updates.
누구나 보여줄 수 있는 새로움이었다면 K는 열풍이 될 수 있었을까? 보지 못한 것이 아닌 생각할 수 없던 새로움으로 K는 영감의 파도를 일으키고 있다. K의 스피릿이 세상을 움직이고 있다. K 스피릿.
비산, 정부는 민사긴급 메시지를 발령했습니다. 비산, 정부는 민사긴급 메시지를 발령했습니다. 비산, 정부는 민사긴급 메시지를 발령했습니다.
한국 정부의 긴급 메시지입니다. 우리나라가 임박한 위협에 직면해 있음을 알리게 되어 유감입니다. 정보보고서는 북한이 우리 본토를 겨냥한 일련의 핵미사일을 발사했다고 확인했습니다. 표시된 지도에 빨간색 점선으로 표시된 다음 도시는 즉각적인 위험에 처해 있습니다. 서울, 부산, 인천, 대구, 대전, 광주, 울산, 수원. 즉시 가까운 지하 대피소나 보강된 건물로 대피하십시오. 대피소에 갈 수 없는 경우 창문 과문에서 멀리 떨어진 집에서 가장 튼튼한 곳으로 몸을 피하십시오. 지금은 우리나라의 중요한 순간이며 여러분의 협력이 필수적입니다.
That was meant to be. This is an emergency action notification. All broadcast stations and cable systems are instructed to broadcast this emergency action notification message. This station's regular programming has been temporarily halted at the request of FEMA to participate in the emergency alert system. Throughout this emergency, most stations will remain on air to disseminate news and essential information to the public within their designated regions. Presently, we are KNBC Channel 4, and we are committed to serving the Los Angeles area. If you are located outside this local area, we encourage you to switch to stations offering news and updates pertinent to your specific location. You are currently tuned into the emergency alert system, serving the Los Angeles region. We kindly request that you refrain from using the telephone, as phone lines must be kept available for emergency purposes.
Please stand by for a message from a representative of the President.
We have received information from NORAD indicating that intercontinental range ballistic missiles have been launched by North Korea. This is an attack warning. Our nation faces an imminent threat, and I urge you to listen carefully and take immediate action. As we address this unprecedented situation, it is crucial to understand that time is of the essence. The trajectory of these missiles indicates a potential impact on the West Coast, specifically California. It is now too late to initiate evacuations. Instead, we ask you to seek shelter immediately. To best protect yourself, please follow these instructions. Find the most secure area of your home, preferably an underground area or a room with the fewest windows and exterior walls. If available, use heavy furniture or mattresses to create a physical barrier between you and the outside world. After the initial impact, avoid going outside for at least 48 hours to minimize exposure to nuclear fallout. We understand the gravity of this situation and the fear it invokes. Our nation is united, and we are doing everything in our power to navigate this crisis. Stay strong, stay safe, and remain vigilant. Your resilience is the cornerstone of our collective strength.
Ito ang video kung saan makikita ang pagharang at pambobomba ng tubig ng barko ng China Coast Guard sa sasakyan ng Philippine Coast Guard na nag-e-escort sa inarkilang supply boat ng Armed Forces of the Philippines nitong Sabado. Ayon kay Coast Guard spokesperson for the West Philippine Sea, Commodore J. Tariela, magdadala sana ang mga bangka ng pagkain, tubig, gasolina at iba pang supply sa tropa ng militar na nasa BRP Sierra Madre sa Ayungin Shoal. Dahil sa delikadong pagmaniobra ng China Coast Guard, hindi na nakatuloy ang ikalawang bangka.
Naglabas ang Department of National Defense ng shelter-in-place order sa lahat ng residente ng Luzon. Ang depensa sibil ay naghatid ng impormasyon ng mga potensyal na pag-atake sa mga instalasyong militar ng Subic at iba pang baseng naglalaman ng mga tropang Amerikano at Pilipino. Ang lahat ng mga residente ay inaasahang manatili sa kanilang mga tahanan at sumunod sa mga lokal na awtoridad sa panahon ng mas mataas na sitwasyong pang-emerhensya. Ang Pangulo ay magbibigay ng kanyang talumpati sa bansa anumang oras.
The raids are directly targeting the tower. Just a while ago as well. I'm sorry again. Oh my God, yes, I need to go down. to direct the camera now towards the explosions. Can you hear me? Ooh. Yes, I've directed the camera now towards the explosion. This is a Shruk tower that has been brought down. As you can see, I was standing.
This is CNS News with a developing update. Reports emerging from multiple sources indicate missile activity affecting Eastern Europe, prompting heightened concern across Europe and among NATO member states. Officials have acknowledged the situation is rapidly evolving, though full details regarding responsibility and intent remain unclear at this hour. European leaders are convening emergency consultations amid growing fears that the situation could expand beyond the region. This escalation comes at a time when instability is already affecting North America, Asia, and the Middle East, adding to concerns of a broader global crisis. The international community is closely monitoring events, urging restraint as diplomatic channels remain active.
This is CNS News from London. We interrupt our normal programming to deliver an emergency broadcast. This is an official statement from the British government delivered on behalf of His Majesty's government. We regret to inform you that a potential nuclear threat against the United Kingdom has been brought to our attention. Civilians residing within a 100-mile radius of any military installation are strongly advised to evacuate without delay. It is of paramount importance to adhere to this directive in order to safeguard lives. In response to this imminent danger, both essential and non-essential businesses have been instructed to cease operations until further notice. We understand the profound impact this will have on our society, but the preservation of lives is our utmost priority. The valiant members of our armed forces have been mobilized to facilitate mass evacuation efforts. As we navigate through this unprecedented challenge, we urge everyone to seek shelter immediately. Gather essential supplies that can sustain you and your loved ones for up to 14 days. Adequate preparation is essential to endure any potential fallout. Please stay tuned to official communication channels for further updates and instructions.
Прогони скулку, попробуй фанки. Новую колу, яркую колу. Выпусти манки прямо из банки.
МЧС РФ объявила населению предупреждение о ядерной атаке. Главный центр предупреждения о ракетном нападении обнаружил ракеты, приближающиеся из Европы. Пожалуйста, укройтесь на месте сейчас же.
A significant and concerning development has emerged from Pakistan. Reports suggest that Pakistan has taken steps regarding its nuclear weapons, raising alarms across the region. In a move that has deepened tensions, Pakistan invoked its Islamic bomb, sending a message of threat towards India. In response, the Prime Minister of India firmly stated that our nation is well prepared to face this challenge with a swift and robust countermeasure. The situation escalated as Pakistan issued a bold response, daring India to take its utmost measures. In a phone conversation with the Indian government, Pakistan's stance remains steadfast, indicating that they are ready to respond with their full capabilities, whatever the circumstances may be. Amid these intense developments, Pakistan is grappling with its own internal issues. Economic instability has sparked unrest, and riots in various cities further complicating an already fragile situation. This escalation has its roots in Pakistan's launch of nuclear missiles towards Israel. As the specter of nuclear conflict reverberates across multiple regions, India now finds itself balancing heightened vigilance with strategic restraint. World leaders and international observers are closely monitoring developments, warning that miscalculation at this stage could have consequences.
My fellow Americans, our nation is grappling with a crisis that threatens the very fabric of our existence. As you are aware, the United States has been under attack, and our allies in Europe have suffered devastating nuclear strikes. We mourn the loss of countless souls, and our hearts go out to those who have been affected by this unimaginable tragedy. The attacks on our beloved nation, on Europe, Asia, and on our allies have thrust us into a conflict of monumental proportions. The axis of evil, comprising China, Russia, Iran, Pakistan, and North Korea, has struck with a ferocity that has taken us all by surprise. In response to this aggression, NATO has taken decisive action, targeting Russia's second strike capability. It is imperative to understand that this was a necessary measure, born out of the dire circumstances we find ourselves in. We acted to safeguard our nation, our allies, and the principles of democracy that we hold dear. As I stand before you today, I must also convey the harsh reality that retaliation from Russia is imminent. We have entered a phase of this conflict where our adversaries have been cornered and desperation drives their actions. We must brace ourselves for the possibility of further attacks, even as our military personnel tirelessly to protect.
This is an emergency alert message. I repeat, this is an emergency alert message. The North American Aerospace Defense Command has detected the launch of nuclear missiles targeting North America. If you are within a 100-kilometer radius of any military installations or major populated cities, it is imperative that you seek shelter immediately. After the initial blast, radioactive fallout will follow. Seek the nearest underground shelter or a sturdy building. If you have a designated fallout shelter in your area, proceed there immediately. Stay indoors and away from. If you are caught outside, seek the nearest building cover. Do not look at the
citizens. This is an urgent broadcast from the Australian government. We regret to inform you that the government has collapsed and the majority of our officials have been lost. Civil unrest is escalating across the nation. Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, and Adelaide have suffered devastating nuclear strikes, rendering them nuclear wastelands. Communication outside of Australia has been severed due to the nuclear conflict. We urge all remaining survivors to stay indoors, seek shelter, and conserve essential supplies. Emergency services are severely strained, and resources are limited. We implore those who can assist in rescue and relief efforts to come forward. Our nation faces an unprecedented crisis, and unity is vital in this dire time. Our thoughts are with you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the wake of unprecedented devastation across Europe, I come before you with a solemn announcement. Our cities lie in ruins, governments have crumbled, and lives have been forever altered. We are initiating a critical response to ensure survival. Bunkers will open within 24 hours as fallout looms. A yellow illumination will mark these havens in major cities, guiding those in need. However, demand may surpass capacity. First come, first serve will apply. Despite the darkness, our unity and resilience endure. Let compassion and unity be our guiding lights. Thank you and good luck.
中华人民共和国中央军事委员会作出重大决定，坚决维护社会主义事业原则。面对资本主义对手带来的顽强挑战，我们国家将采取坚定不移的行动方针，消除对我们主权的迫在眉睫的威胁。我们将以前所未有的决心，精确部署剩余的核武库，以确保消灭这些资本主义敌人。我们对公民集体福祉的奉献至关重要。因为我们建议他们在指定掩体中寻求庇护，做好承受任何和所有影响的准备。在我们肩负这一迫切使命的同时，我们也做好了应对敌对势力和报复的准备。因为我们人民在共产党的原则和对和谐未来的追求下，不屈不挠的精神依然坚定不移。
Americans today, I address you not as president but as a survivor. Our nation, resolute and steadfast, has faced its greatest trial, and it is my solemn duty to share with you the profound gravity of our circumstances. The nuclear strikes that have scarred our planet have not only shattered cities, but they will also bring about a long and unforgiving nuclear winter. Global temperatures are plummeting, eventually leaving us in an ice age. Crop failures will become the new norm, leading to massive food shortages for both humans and the animals that once thrived alongside us. In the wake of firestorms and the ominous specter of radiation, our lands bear scars, and only the most resilient of species persist in this new, unforgiving realm. The radiant sun, once our guiding light, is now concealed for decades, casting its somber veil upon our hopes for renewal. It pains me to say this, but we must confront the brutal truth. Billions are expected to perish due to starvation in the coming years. Our world, as we knew it, has been irreparably altered. In response to the devastating actions of our adversaries, the United States, in unison with our steadfast allies, the United Kingdom and France, has made the agonizing decision to unleash our remaining nuclear arsenal. Let it be known, this is not a gesture of aggression, but a final act of retribution, a solemn message to those responsible for the catastrophic global upheaval. To all of you who remain, whether in government bunkers or facing the harsh reality above, I wish you strength, courage, and resilience. The Star-Spangled Banner will play as a tribute to the land we love and the people who fought for it and have defined its spirit. It is a somber farewell to a world we knew and a plea for hope in the face of unimaginable adversity. May God bless each of you, and may the memory of the United States of America continue to inspire generations yet unborn.
The United States government wishes to provide further guidance to its citizens, both those residing within secure bunkers and those facing the harsh realities of the world above. As humanity seeks refuge below the surface to survive the encroaching nuclear winter, the U.S. government, in coordination with its allied nations, will continue to function in a limited capacity. The U.S. government will continue to oversee the distribution of essential supplies, monitor radiation levels, and coordinate with our allies in a united effort to secure our nation's future. We are committed to your well-being and will strive to ensure your safety and comfort to the best of our abilities. For those on the surface, the challenges are monumental. Our government urges you to heed the guidance provided by your local authorities and community leaders. Collaborate with one another, share resources, and support your fellow survivors. Together, we can face the trials that lie ahead. As such, the United States government, in consultation with the surviving state governments, has made the difficult decision to temporarily suspend the regular electoral processes. This action is not taken lightly but is a necessary response to the ongoing crisis. Instead, the nation will be under a state of martial law with governance overseen by the president and military leaders in coordination with civilian advisors. While we must adapt to the challenges before us, we do so with the conviction that the American spirit will endure and democracy will be rekindled when the time is right.